God. I didn't plan on going live, but I've been up all morning. Now I'm heading out, and I thought I'd do a quick live to answer a question. I follow a lot of channels. I enjoy watching people evolve and to reach their goals, or whatever the interest is, whatever the hobby is. And there's a reason why I continue to watch. It's because I enjoy them. I always thought, and please, if he is watching, I hope he doesn't take this the wrong way. I watch Pay to Drive, and I really do enjoy his content. He's my to-go guy when I want to hear what's going on in the gig economy. And people write into him pretty often. I mean, that's half his content. He's giving feedback, finding out the answers, sharing the information. People send him emails, and he discusses the topic on his channel, and he has thousands of subscribers. When he says this person wants to stay anonymous, I'm like, he's so full of shit. In the beginning, I thought he was full of shit. I thought it was a tactic to try to boost popularity on his channel. And I did. So please don't take this the wrong way. If you're listening. Hello, Don. Hello. Hey, Don, what's going on? Don, where are you from again? Your name pops up here and there. Where are you from again? Anyway, I have an email. Occasionally, I've been in touch with people, some of my subscribers, a handful, that they write to me once in a while. We touch base via email once in a while, which is nice because we'll have something of relevancy, and we share interests. And I don't share everything. If someone sends me something in an email, I just won't, share everything. Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, Canadian. Nice to have you here. That's so great. My very first two friends, and I'm still following and still friends, and it was way before Facebook, are two Canadian women that are authors on Amazon, Lisa and Diana. One time I almost met Lisa. We were going to really do it this time because I had the money. They were coming for a vacation in the city, and they canceled it because of the pandemic. And we've been friends for over a decade online. Nice people. They're probably 50 now. Late 40s, 50. I've been following them around, both of us. They follow me, I follow them. Wow, glad to have you here, Canadian. When people reach out to me, I don't share everything, but you don't have to share everything. And I open the email up, usually once a week, and I received an email. This person has been following me a long time, and I think that's great. I'm sure they follow a lot of people. They watched my live last night. I gave an update what I was doing and everything, because I'm not going live as often speaking about the gig economy. Now I'm going to just cut it in half. And they said you claim that nobody supported you. But then you used to say that your best friend supported you. Yes, she did. She did. She listened to me a lot. She supported me. I'm really, to know that somebody watched me for that many years and still likes me and turns me on occasionally, that's pretty amazing. That means my content is not that boring. That's a good thing. I continue to get a little better. Everybody goes through changes, and I happen to feel not all friendships are meant to last forever, but I thought that years ago too, and I do feel that way. Yes, she did support me. But the one thing about her, what came down to it is, as we got older, we got closer. I met her at a school that I went to. I went to beauty school, and I could do a basic cut. It just wasn't my industry. I wasn't horrible, but I just couldn't get it. It wasn't my thing. I wasn't going to get good at it like when I work in a kitchen, or if I'm behind a deli counter, or if I'm serving people. I mean, it's day and night. I really wasn't that good at it, but I got through it. I passed, and I went to school and it was cheap. Um, and over the years, we became more close. But I did notice over the years, and it was coming down to, now it's hurting it's hurting me, our friendship. She couldn't hang around other people. She always had a problem hanging around in social gatherings, unless it was one on one. She always had to be very careful of who was around, what she was able to do, what she was allowed to do, limitations on everything. After a couple of decades, and as the decades went on, we became closer, but it became harder to be a friend. I was like, why can't you do this? Well, why can't you do that? Well, why can't you? Can you ever? And I noticed. Then another thing, I mean, that went on for a long time. And the excuse was, I'm very shy and very timid. And, well, you're hurting me now. I feel that we should be doing this, we should be doing that. It just became very hard. Yes, she did support me, but it started getting to the point of, like I told the handful of people in my life, you don't understand the sacrifices I got to make. See you around, because it's time to reach the goal that I always saw myself reaching, and you got to say bye bye. I got to get it. I got to get there so I can start living again. Doing what I want to do. There's sacrifices to be made. Some people listen to you, and some people drain your energy, drain your time. Some people talk a lot of talk. The euphoria moment. They start something, they never finish, they never follow through. When you put everything together, it became a problem. And I sensed, well, it doesn't matter what I sensed. Anyway, we go out one night, and this is why I ended our friendship. And they also mentioned that video. God, I guess I could go back in time. I can't remember what I titled it. We went out one night, and she told me that she went Pentecostal. Now, I really don't judge people on their religion, but that crosses the line for me. And if that upsets any of my audience, I'm going to go like this, because she was telling me how she was the chosen one, and that she was speaking tongue, and that she was dancing and singing, jumping around. She was telling me all the things that they do. And I noticed the change in her, and I did. And my mother can contest to that. I remember before she really told me, I said, something's wrong with, she didn't seem the same the moment I opened the door. She's getting worse, Mom, and I'm very, very sad about it. That crosses the line for me. If you can be that brainwashed, I could never take you seriously again. And if that bothers a part of my audience, again, that's how I feel. You know, I know there's a lot of different religions out there, but that crosses the line for me. If you're telling me you're talking tongue and you're jumping around like a crazy person, and you feel like you're, proclaiming the Lord's word through your soul, I'll see you around. Have a good time. Now, when I did end our friendship, I did sense people following me around. There's no doubt in my mind. And one time, it wasn't done on purpose. I just sensed somebody looking at me, and I nodded, and I was, working, and I was like, and I was like, that's her. She didn't go away quickly. I also feel You know, I went through my apartment. I thought maybe there were cameras in my apartment. I got really paranoid because I can't believe she tried to bring me into it. She wanted me to come. She wanted me to come. And once she opened that door, I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't make excuses anymore. Nobody could ever tell me, you know, I was solid. Now, I never turned my back on her, no matter how incapable she was to hanging around people. Nobody else could ever be around. Nobody this. Talk about that. Very selective. And, really? Why can't you? Why can't you? Why can't you? So that's, yes, she did support me, but she was also hurting me. So thank you for following me. Thank you for reaching out. I know people really watch now. You got to be very careful what you say, what you do. Just the way it is, and that's what happened. So I just thought I would share it now. I know the person will watch this video, you know. It's just the way it is. Hey, watch here, Lisa. Hello, I'm ready to do some deliveries. I'm going to head toward my area and hopefully get like 5 or 6 deliveries today. I don't know if I'm going to go out tonight. I went out yesterday. Just going with the flow. A few bucks here, a few bucks there, and doing a lot. I worked for a couple of hours online today, and I already walked. I was up very early. I laid down last night at 11:15. I was out. I was up at 6:30 today. How are you, Vice Chair Lisa? I gave you a shout out yesterday on my live. There's another person that has a really good channel, guys. You do Instacart more, but you do food deliveries. Instacart. So I wanted to share that. That's the deal. I could keep talking about it, but that's what happened. There was 2 things I didn't mention yesterday. You have to take notes. Can't remember everything. I've been watching, streaming my television on Philo, and it's $20 a month, streaming television. Good enough. I get the world news that's live and a few channels that's live, but it has a lot of repeated shows. $20 a month, it works for me right now. I don't watch enough TV to go nuts. And they finally got Frasier. I'm so excited. I didn't watch Frasier for a couple of months. Now I'm watching shows that I never watched. Yes, I did, right, Chair Lisa. Dimples on Demand, Gig Life with Lexi. I did listen to Sarah Elizabeth today while I took a shower. I put on Pete. Pete did an early live today. He was out and about talking about DoorDash and getting sued and everything. I just heard it in the background. I'm paying attention. But I received another answer to one of my questions from something that I'm learning. And of course, I replied with another question, but it's a confirmation question. They don't work on the weekends. I will get into this on another video because it does matter and it's going to affect everyone eventually. People just don't know it yet. You just don't know it, but you will know it. It's a forced transformation, what's going on. Think of the stocks, crypto, and blockchain. I'll get back to that. Anyway. Oh, I lost track. Oh, and I lost track. Anyway, I pay $20 a month for Philo. I stream television. And on their commercials, especially this week, I noticed it. Grubhub. Grubhub has a rewards program, not through a credit card. I'm talking about their own rewards program. I wasn't aware of that. Or maybe it's linked up to a credit card. I remember a long time ago, one of the cards were doing business. Oh, that was DoorDash. Yeah, Grubhub has a rewards. I guess you get so many orders, they give you some perks for being a steady customer. I wasn't aware of that. And they promoted a lot on Philo because you see different commercials. It's not the same commercials that you see on mainstream TV. There's another website that I'm going to get. $5 a month donation. That's how it works. It's called Lowcast. And I'm not sure if it's .org or .com, but it's only $5 a month. But it's TV the way people watched it in the 50s and the 40s, 50s, 60s. When the TV show was on, you had to make sure that you were home to watch it. There's no DVR. I don't think so. There's no fancy buttons or recordings. the show plays, either you're home for it or you're not. But it's $5 a month if you really just wanted live television and you watch TV the way we used to watch TV. The show's on at 8:30. Everybody would be home on a Tuesday night at 8:30 and watch a TV show. You can really save a lot of money if you take the time to do a little homework and stream your television, because everything's connected to the computers and the internet. So for now, that's a pretty good deal. I got Philo. I don't have to pay it, but I pay it. I like it. I like the repeats they have on there. The old Christine. They have all the old food shows, the old house flipping shows that I missed. I missed like a decade because I was studying and working, and so it's good enough. So I wanted to tell you that Grubhub has a rewards program. I'm working in a bit. Me too. You got that right. And the software updates I spoke about yesterday that I spent 3 hours updating everything works differently. I just went live and the buttons were all different. You got to go with the flow. You got to let it update. And be careful with this pandemic and this forced closing. And, if Biden wins, we're wearing this for another year. He's very pro-masks. Winter's coming. I listen to Pandora radio all the time, and half their commercials is about depression, anxiety, schizophrenia. It just seems like they want to make therapy over the phone or over the website therapy. It's FaceTime, and you have young kids going, oh, the whole commercial and how there's nothing wrong with you if you're trying to find your way in your 20s. That's what 20s are all about. Just be careful, guys, because these commercials and the media, they want you to think that you're more sick than you really are. Not every day is cotton candy and sunflowers and sunshine. It's okay to have an average day and just go with the flow and not be, every day doesn't have to be a high moment, a high life. Like to be a high life. Oh, but they want to make it more overkill. I understand. I don't, I believe the virus is real. I do. I believe it's man-made, though. That's just me. It was forced upon us, and because there's a bigger picture into play, and people after the holidays are going to realize how screwed they really are. There's going to be more of a divide of the poor and the wealthy, and I'm going to be one of the new millionaires. And I'm going to share that. I'm not sure how I'm going to share it yet, but I'm getting there. I'm going to show you how to take one digit and how I turned it into two, how I turned it into 3 digits, how I turned it into 4 digits, how I turned it into 5 digits. I know exactly what I'm doing. And I'm doing it. And I'm taking my own time and putting my own money on the line to show that it can be done. But I understand what you mean. They want to make this more like everywhere you go. You're walking down the street, nobody's around. I went walking today. I have it on my arm just in case if I talk with someone, I show respect. I'll put it on, but nobody's around me. Why do I have to wear it? Outside? Oh, come on. I would rather have a strong immune system and know that if I get my head cold, that my body can fight it. If I get sick, my body can fight it. Occasionally, you eat something bad, you get a virus, your body can fight it, and then it heals itself. That's a good thing, in my opinion. So I just wanted to share all that. I really don't want to talk much longer. It's already so much longer than I thought. Hold on one moment. On those apps, everybody, if you work, have a great weekend. I hope you earn a lot of money. Stay safe. And next week I'll go live. I just don't know how I'm going to share everything that I've been researching and reading and learning about. I think my muffler's going. I got to make a decision here. Do I want to put a few $100 into my car and drive it one more winter? It's getting loud. You hear me down the block. I wanted to hold out until like the day after Thanksgiving. The place would be empty. I could drop my car off. Oh, gosh. All right, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for joining in. Nice to have you here, right, Share Lisa. Check out all the channels, and I'll be around. Have a good one. Any thumbs up are appreciated. And Pete, I now I know you're not full of it. I'll see you soon. Bye.